So on the track, we've got the women's 4x4, the men's 4x4, and then the men's 1,000 heptathlon. As we get ready.
So Adam, I have your answer. 600. If you run 303, or you want me to do 305? It'll be 616 points.
An explosion right out of the gate for Cornell. A good look by Kaylee Firth, not to be surprised. Although Brown is showing good bursts at the beginning. Madeline Fry is overtaken by Firth. It's Cornell, Brown, Columbia, and Dartmouth running 1 through 4. Just the first of two sections here. Penn, Princeton, Harvard, and Yale to come. The first exchange, Dartmouth running at the back. Cornell and Columbia running 1-2. But with a burst, it's Onyeukwu trying to overtake, and she does. So Columbia has the upper hand as Delaney Benedict for Cornell falls into second. It's a three-horse race right now. Ariel Desir of Brown runs in second place, or third place. Second leg out of 4 in the 4x400. A strong second leg. Onyeukwu. Onyeukwu gets Columbia well in front with an outstanding second leg. The Lions with a big lead as Nia Robinson, the third leg for Cornell, trying to stay within shouting distance of the leader of the pack. Brown runs third. Dartmouth, Ryan Davey is in third. Hannah Barakat of the Brown Bears runs third, but it is smooth sailing right now. It's fun to be the leader. Elena Wilson as Sydney Goldson waits to be the resounding anchor leg here for Columbia. This is bad news for everybody else as Goldson gets the baton. Brooke Overholt, she can make some moves. She's had a strong weekend, but there is a wide gap between she and first place.
She was the individual champion earlier today, so let's see what happens.
Can she make up that kind of ground, though? Brooke Overholt sure is going to try. But Sydney Goldson looks like she's not going to let her think about it too long. There is good kick by Overholt, but simply too much distance to cover. The Columbia Lions, anchored by Sydney Goldson, are your women's 4x4 Section 1 champs, the leaders. They've set the time to aspire to for everybody else, and that time is 3:44:04. There's a look. Cornell did what we thought they would do on the anchor leg. Brown did not finish. Cornell did what we thought they would do on that anchor leg, trimmed back some time, but Still more than a second victory for Cornell over Columbia.
Crazy how fast the times have gotten at him. I was looking at it when I was at Cornell. We actually started before I even got there. Because Cornell women won this event 9 years in a row, from 2002 to 2010. And only 2 of those years did they run faster than what was just the winning time in the B section. So the sprinting has gotten insane.
And over on the men's pole vault for the heptathlon, I know you've got your crazy calculations going on over there with Andre Yoshevash. He picked up 880 points by pole vaulting 4.9. So I'd love to know what that number remains as the 1,000 meter heptathlon final event comes up, what he would need to do. He's going to be within striking distance.
Yeah, but if he runs 305, it's like 606 points. That would put him right around 3,900, right? So that would be the meet record. If he really bangs it out, he could. I mean, that would be the Ivy League record, but could he get 4,000 points? I should figure out what he needs to get to get. I mean, to get to 6,000. How many?
I think he's already at 5285, is he not? Is that too high of a number? Penn, Princeton, Harvard, and Yale. Yeah, 660 would put him right at 5,900. But it has been an impressive weekend for Andre Yoshevash, and you will see the 1,000 meter final when it happens. This is our second section of the women's 4x400. We will have 2 sections of the men's 4x400, and we will have the men's 1,000 meter heptathlon final. Those are the last 3 events taking place on the track this weekend. Women's shot put, women's high jump, still taking place. But we are getting down to the thick of it. Again, Penn on the outside lane, Princeton lane 4, Harvard in 5, Yale lane 6. Penn, Princeton, Harvard, Yale. Well, immediately it's Harvard, Egbe and Deep Agbor, who won her event earlier today with a sensational time. She won her section. And as she glides to the inside, the combination of ease and power on the face of Indeep Agbor. But maybe she came out a little quickly. Yale already making a move. Aaliyah Boschnak taking over Egbe Agbor on the outside. And she gains it right back. Sherelle Samuel gets the handoff for Harvard.
So Penn's won this the last 2 years, but before that, 3 years in a row for Harvard. So Harvard wants to get back on top.
And Sherelle Samuel making a strong bid for it. So Tina Martin is your 60-meter champ. She's your 200 champ. And she's your third leg of the 4x400.
I'm going to have to split that one.
Let's see what Tina Martin's going to do on this next handoff. Although Penn is closing in strong. Jocelyn Niemiec. Here is Tina Martin. Aaliyah Garazzo trying to stay close to the dead sprinter, Tina Martin.
Wow, I can't wait to see what this is going to end up being like. At the outdoor Heps at Penn one year, Gabby Thomas famously split 49 seconds to come from way behind for the win. Not going to get that here, out in about 26 flat. Good running though. 56.3 on the second leg for Harvard.
Everybody else catching up to Tina Martin. Again, she won the 60 and the 200, but the third leg of the 400. Harvard still out in front. It's Victoria Basong.
Pretty nice to have the individual 500-meter champion on the anchor. Tina Martin, 55-14 on that split. Basong, the freshman from Maine, so impressive earlier today.
And a little bit of contact on the outside. Mosby of Princeton tangled up with McMahon of Yale. Basong, smooth sailing, tries to hold off McMahon.
She's already crossed the finish line once at Heps as a freshman. Can she do it twice? Yale's not giving up on this.
Libby McMahon pushing Basong for all she's worth. Down the stretch, Victoria Basong, and Harvard wins the 4x400 second section. And they do it in a time that's good to win the event. 3:44.04 was the time to beat, and they did it by 12 hundredths of a second.
Very good running there. 54.96 on the anchor leg. So the way that works out, 3:43.52 for Harvard. But the Yale runner didn't realize she was going to lose out to Columbia in the slow heat. So Columbia second, 3:44.04. Ends up being actually 0.52 of a second. With Yale third, 3:44.15.
So there's the official time. So it's a little quicker than that. It was about 52 hundredths for Harvard for a victory over Columbia. Once all those numbers update, we will get you the most updated standings. And the only points we will have left to tally on the women's side will be a couple of field events. As Harvard moves closer and closer to officially locking down first place, even though at this point, good is done for the Harvard Crimson as your 2021-22 Women's Ivy League Indoor Champs. So there's the most updated times, 52 seconds, 52 hundredths of a second, the margin of victory between Harvard